Doctor Who Can You Hear Me, the 7th episode of Series 12, is written by Charlene James and Chris Chibnall and starring Jodie Whittaker, Bradley Walsh, Mindip Gill and Tosin Cole. So this episode explores the story arc of the Timeless Child a bit further, and this episode also brought up on the subject of mental health, which prompts the inclusion of a BBC action line tag at the end of the episode upon its original broadcast. I love the fact that this episode opened with the woman asking, "Can you hear me?" Then to Aleppo, Syria, in 1380, Tahira has been chased as she has been stealing from local merchants in a misguided attempt to improve her mental well-being. So Miriam lets her in, and Tahira explains what she did. She was cornered about being attacked at night, plus the creature appears, which looked pretty cool and scary. So the doctor drops her companions off at home in Sheffield. Yas went home to see Sonia, who's cooked for her, and got fired from her job for the 3rd time. Plus Hakim and Nadia went out for their anniversary. Ryan bought chips and sees his friend, Thibaut, who appeared in Spyfall, and they both played FIFA together. Apparently Ryan has been away for months. Thibaut is not being himself due to his mood and his flat being a mess. Graham plays a card game with Gabriel and Fred. Everell A. Walsh returned as Gabriel as he appeared in The Woman Who Fell to Earth, which is cool, same world. Graham sees a planet in his mind, and also that mysterious woman. Doctor arrives in Aleppo, Syria in 1380. Poor Doctor that she's disappointed that her companions is not with her. Tahira calls for help. The Doctor said that the creatures took everyone except her, but there is still one around. It drops down from the ceiling, snarls at her, and ran away. Even Sonic Screwdriver couldn't trace it. Apparently the creatures kept attacking the hospital, and the patients have been missing. At night, Yas woke up and saw Zelen, who disappeared away. The Doctor also saw him in the TARDIS. Yas had a dream that she's in a road with Sonia and a police officer, Anita. The bit where Zelen's fingers flying off his hands is pretty creepy. Segan Akinola's music is brilliant, I love it. So Thibaut gets taken away, so the companions contacted the Doctor to tell her what happened. So the companions got brought into the TARDIS with Tahira tagging along. Aruhan Galieva plays Tahira, who suffered from mental illness and was hosted in a secluded citadel in Aleppo. She's brilliant. The amusing bit is where the Doctor asks Graham if he has any idea where the planet in his vision might be, and Graham is like, "You get me A to Z of the universe and I'll stick my finger straight on. No, I have no idea." Great line, I love it. So Graham got the headset on, which helped the TARDIS to materialise in space station, discovering whole section covered in fingers, and people being kidnapped, so the Doctor confronts Zelen, who looks like an old man with tattoos on his head. Who's an internal. He can manipulate the atoms of his body and use this ability to remove his fingers from his hands and remotely plant them into other people's ears to induce nightmares, which entertained him, and he can regrow his fingers after that. I think Ian Gelder absolutely nailed it. The character is terrifying. He does remind me of the Nightmare Man from the Sarah Jane Adventures, which is cool. Apparently Zelen reappeared in Zelen's Nightmare World, a game printed in Doctor Who the Official Annual in 2021, where he displayed the ability to alter one's memory of one's own dreams. He set a challenge to the player character to identify the 7 differences between 2 memories of the same dream, claiming that if they failed the test, he would live in their nightmares forever. Ian Gledder previously played Decker in Torchwood, Children of Earth, voiced Remnants in The Ghost Monument, Dracula and Long John Silver in the Big Finish audio Legend of the Cybermen. So everyone gets tied with their fingers in their ears. Ryan gets a nightmare where he sees old Tilbo and surrounded by fire. Graham has a cancer again and had a couple of hours left to live, with Sharon de Clark returned as Grace, who appears as a doctor, pretty effective. The Doctor sees a timeless child on the planet but woke up and got everyone free. Rakia has set free and tells a fascinating story about the legend of the gods. And that after descending onto this universe, Zelen and her came up with a game when discovering 2 planets to see which could get one of the planets destroyed first. However, both planets waged war against each other. They eventually turned on the so-called gods, trapping Rakia between the colliding planets for the eternity.
For eternity, the other fled, vowing to return to release his eternal partner.
I really love the animation. I thought it was well done. It's beautiful. Also, it's a clever way to address the mental health. Claire Hope Ashady plays Rakia, who's Zelen's love partner, and she's also the Eternal, able to manipulate matter, and I think she's brilliant as well. After a brief invasion on Earth, the Doctor and everyone else confronted Zelen and Rakia, so the Doctor uses those fingers against them and Sonic the Creature to move towards them to give them nightmares of the people they tortured. So everyone is okay in the end. Ryan promised Tilbo not to be too long. Graham tells the Doctor about his problem with cancer, and the Doctor tries to figure out how to react. The fact that she's not human, and I think Jodie Whittaker nails the performance. We get a great scene where Anita, the policewoman, has a talk with Yaz 3 years earlier. As Sonia called her as Yaz went missing, Anita made a deal with Yaz. If things don't work out, Anita will pay Yaz £50, but if it did, Yaz will owe Anita a 50p. So back in the present, Yaz visited Anita and giving her 50p. It's great that Yaz gets more backstory. The Doctor suggests to her companions they can visit Frankenstein, which will lead to the next episode, The Haunting of Villa Diatra. Lots and lots of great stuff in there. What did you think of this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.